Testing. Hello, meow. Just doing some testing, making sure everything is up and going. Meow. Well, I guess, well, it's actually time. It's past time. My bad. My clock is wrong. 10 minutes late. My bad. I'm usually early. Here we are. Yay. Oh, I guess Visemes don't work. Not unless I'm like in a locked instance or something, I guess. I might start using VR chat as a replacement for Warudo, but it looks like I have to go into a private instance, so I can have the audio still be processed for my Visemes. As you can see, VR chat is a little livelier. Yeah, I guess I will just go to a test world that I have specifically that'll light me the way I want to be lit. So let's do that. New instance. There we go. Oh, okay, Visemes. There we go. Yep, okay. Cool. I can set up a scene that like gives me lighting and whatnot and everything. Works actually sadly better than Warudo, and I can probably get away with using this on Linux. So if I switch to using Linux, right now I can't quite I haven't been able to find a Warudo solution actually for Linux, so if this works out, this is my Warudo solution for Linux, ironically. Wow. Is it, okay. Selfie expression. Camera tracking. Oh, okay. Where's the reset? Okay. I think that reset it, maybe. Hopefully. Alright, looking around, yep, okay. Alright, so let's actually do this. Do. My bad. There we go. Now we have the resolution we need. Right, so yes. The updates this week. Let's see. I don't think there was really much. I want to just speed run these updates. I don't want to waste too much time on them. Let's see. So let me just look at the download section because that's really what the updates are. Well, I mean, we got Jelly is fully released as a GLB, and you can get a fully properly updated GLB, well, you know, GLTF file for ICOM in the subscriber downloads and our changelog. Okay, so changelog for 24, which was released when we fixed up things with the wardrobe tab. It was just a quick little fix on that. You guys saw me struggling with that last week. I got it working. Everything is up and going. Now you can do proper mesh toggling and everything. We do have new subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. There are new subscribers to Discord. I don't know. Maybe I should start reading them off. I'm not quite sure yet if I should read them off yet and who they are. But as of last week, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 new subscribers. So again, thank you all very much. I very much appreciate it. And I hope that we keep coming, keep going. And yeah, I'll keep trying to release content as much as I can, as fast as I can. It is still just me. I am also considering opening the source up to subscribers. So if subscribers have the capabilities of helping with the code, they can potentially, give their assistance. But I would also ask that people please stop with the requesting access on GitLab. You don't need to make an account. I have a bunch of accounts created, and I can't do anything with you guys or for you guys. Unless you're willing to actually, if you're a subscriber and willing to edit the code, then I can consider adding you as part of the code, or give you permissions to pull the code and edit. But right now it's, if you just want to download something from my GitLab server, you just use the HTTPS. You don't need to use the Git method. And the releases, or the code bases that are public, should be visible by the public without an account. So I don't know the need for making an account. If it's not, then someone should tell me, because last I knew everything was visible to the public. That's on my GitLab server. That's meant to be public. And of course that is, without an account. So yeah. There were some other smaller updates, but I can't recall at the moment. There was not really much, I think. I know there was an announcement that I maybe made. Jelly updated and published. There's now the custom shaders documentation. Feel free to use that to create custom shaders. It's actually really cool. If you haven't seen it, let's just do a quick look at that. Nope. So it'd be actually yep, that one. And then if you go to documentation, all your documentation needed is here. Some of it's a little out of date, so I apologize. There's not much I can really do to fix that. You're welcome to bump me on this stream here if you do need help with any setting up ICOM. Yeah, just make sure you ask specific questions. I can also, I mean, that's also what the ICOM help channel is. And I mean, we can also set up a time to, you know, do a screen session so where you can share your screen and like help. I can walk you through things. It is like, you know, it can be fairly complicated. I understand. Pumpkin here obviously is, you know, using the same old system. And she is just hearing me ramble away. Okay, so the shader stuff. So using custom shaders, you see we have here using custom shaders. You know, it tells you the layout of the shaders. It gives you a template shader to edit. It tells you basically how to assign it to your avatar. You can name it after your avatar to have your entire avatar use it, or you can just name it after a material on your avatar, but you have to understand what your avatar is. Now, as for what we did last week, that did all get finished. Looks like Pumpkin here is out of date code. Uh-oh. Let's do... She did pull. Let's just restart her, I guess. So... Boop. I see the wardrobe HTML in there. I don't think it ever processed or compiled it with it. So, boo ba doo ba doo boo. I might have accidentally started before I pulled. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Problem matcher define. That's new. Do. So I think what we need to do is .NET restore AICOM.cs project. No, you misspelled built-in .NET command. That doesn't make sense. How does it? Wow! No! This is cursed. I'm not gonna... If I have to debug something, I'm not gonna do it. I promised. I wanted to make this quick. Looks like the VS Code's acting up, so let's just... Okay. Let that open the project, do its thing. Okay. Now it should be building and running, which looks like it built just fine. Okay, good. Whew! Looks like it just had a hiccup. Dear God, don't scare me like that. I don't want to sit on stream debugging again.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
Indeed. Hi, Pumpkin. And yeah, I just want to show you what happens. If I can type my password. I don't know why it's... Okay, so we should have a missing section. We're missing the wardrobe section. Already up to date. Wardrobe is there. Wardrobe is listed as one of the things. Okay, let's stop her, I guess. Build. It should be there in home tabs. I don't know how it didn't get added. I forget how to just build. File. No, run. Here, there is a .NET command. I don't know what I was talking about when I said I couldn't find it. Okay. building. Okay. Please stop having weird hiccups.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
Let's try that again then. Localhost, okay. Just okay. Not sure why the wardrobe endpoint is missing. That's really weird. It's like, are you really building? It's at a hall.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
Oh, that is so weird. I am definitely confused. If this is gonna keep doing it, I'm just gonna ignore it for now.
Good morning. I'm ready to talk with you.
There it goes. And there's hole. Very hole. No, either way, yeah, now you see the wardrobe. I can, yeah, all that stuff is now working. I down should do a thing. Yep. Yeah, the scared face. Oh yeah, some of them will set because of other details. But yeah, mouth max. There we go. You can see mouth is working now. We also have like the mesh toggles. There's only 2 with pumpkin. You know, the body and the face. But yeah, look at that. All works now. Okay. It's been optimized, cleaned, all that stuff. Looks like some garbage in the config.js, but whatever. Config item.js. There is a rogue console.log. Okay. It's coming from 1035. Yeah, why didn't I find that? Weird. Okay, gone. Okay, now, enough of that. No more, no more, no more. Let's get Unity open and starting to load while I do this. Whee! So it is Atrium 24. That one. Do. Whoop. Uh-oh. It says it's missing. Oh, because it's okay. That's why. Yeah, we can remove that and then re-add it. Scared me there for a second. Do. See, MAGFest, Atrium 24, add project, there we go. And before we do that, go there, Atrium 24. I want to make sure that I have any changes they made. There we go. There's also Pog Champ. We have the Pog Champ scene as well. So let's get those both opening up and ready to go. Oh, wait, this is get USAT dash hard head, get checkout dot, get pool. Missed an L. There we go. Oh boy, someone did some sorting. Oh, Pog board. Okay, that must be it for the instructions though. Someone did some changes, all right. Okay, so let's remove. Okay, that, whatever. Okay, and do. How are you doing today, Pumpkin?
I'm not Pumpkinchin. I'm Jokin, a snow fox girl, and I just want to go back to the Great Pew. I don't like being poked and prodded like this. Pumpkinchin is the pumpkin girl, not me.
Yeah, she's on the default profile. Well, who she think she is? Why do you think you're not Pumpkin? I'm confused.
I'm Jokin, a snow fox girl, and I don't like being here. I want to go back to the Great Pew. I'm not Pumpkinchin, and I don't like pumpkin spice lattes either, just like she doesn't.
That's you, not that's Pumpkin you, not Jokin.
No, my name is Jokin, and I'm a snow fox girl, not Nat or Pumpkinchin. Although I'm sure Pumpkinchin would make a pumpkin pun about this mix-up. I just want to go home.
She has a override specific for test everything, apparently. That's saying she's Pumpkin-chan. Or she's joking. That's why she's all confused.
I see what's happening. I'm Pumpkinchin, the pumpkin girl, and it seems I've gotten my identity mixed up. Don't eat me, I'm just a pumpkin girl, not a snack.
There we go, now we got your brain sorted out.
Meow. I think I'm back to normal now. Thanks for sorting me out. I'm Pumpkinchin, the pumpkin cat girl, and I'm ready to make some gorgeous joke.
Are you?
I'm feeling a little pumpkin fried, but I'm all patched up now. Thanks for asking, and I'm ready to pause for some fun, Meow.
Okay, so let's put some energy into this. Yeah, okay. So here's the scene. This
Meow,
was MAGFest.
let's get this party started. I've got a gorgeous joke. Why did the pumpkin go to the party?
And so
Because
this
it was a good time.
Oh yeah, this little thing that I ended up adding. It's my own weird last minute addition. I suppose for
Meow.
the prefab we can yank this guy out too. Let's see.
Meow.
But there's
Sounds like you're pumpkinating the scene and yanking out the extras. Hope it all comes together in a gorgeous way.
There's some mild differences though that we are going to be making to this. Okay, so bug light, boogie light. I've been told that it is okay to release these assets as are because this is technically open source. You can actually access this world. I will put it in the chat.
Meow. Open source, huh? Well, I hope people don't try to carve me up like a pumpkin. I'm a cat girl, not a code snippet.
Gotta find it though.
Meow. Sounds like a treasure hunt, and I'm positive I can help you find it. After all, I'm a gorgeous navigator.
So I'm gonna go ahead and add this into the description too. Oh boy, how do I...
Meow. Go ahead and add it. I'll be pumpkining around, waiting to see what you've got cooking. Hopefully it's not a pumpkin pie, or I'll be in a good mess.
Stream settings, there we go. Okay, in stream settings I should be able to still edit. There we go.
Meow. Don't worry about eating. I'm a pumpkin cat girl. I can just munch on some virtual catnip, and you can focus on editing those stream settings. Perfect.
And then as I get the source code for this guy though, we'll also get it out there. So yeah, this is the source to the MAGFest world. Let's also, and like I said, I'll drop it in the description just in case too, if people want to click it. But now let's get this yanked out of there and get the original package. This was the original setup and package for the world. I'm going to go ahead and clean out stuff that was not Pog Champ in here. Like there's a few things in here that...
Meow. Sounds like a plan. Cleaning out the non-Pog Champ stuff and going back to the original package. I'll just sit here and be a gorgeous decoration while you work your magic.
Yeah. So what do we have here? Pog Champ
Meow.
world.
It looks like a big old pumpkin patch of code and settings. Let's dig in and see what kind of gorgeous goodies
right.
we can find.
There is technically a avatar version of this as well. That's going to be interesting to alter and edit and get set up for the release. So, oh boy, we got a lot to do here.
Meow. A Pog Champ avatar. That's a great catch. And altering it will be
Pog
a gorgeous
Champ,
challenge. I'm
Pog
positive
Champ.
it will be a real pumpkin perfect release.
Okay. I just gotta get used to where to look because I have chat to my left and an extra screen to my right and then the main screen that I'm working everything on and right in front of me. Okay. Let's go to, yeah, Pog Champ.
Meow. It sounds like you've got a multi-screen setup that's a real pumpkin palooza. Take your time to get used to it. And don't get too scattered. Stay focused. And remember, I'm Pumpkin, the pumpkin cat girl, here to help.
So we have a world version and an avatar version, by the way. So this is the avatar version. Obviously, we can't use Yuki. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but...
Meow.
This
Got
is simple,
it.
just
We've got a
prefab
world
here.
version and an avatar version. And now we're working on the avatar version, and I'm the perfect fit. A pumpkin cat's girl. No need for Yuki. I'm Pumpkin, the gorgeous alternative.
Yeah. So let's go back to the world version, though. Pog Champ demo. What's this?
Meow. Back to
Oh,
the
this
world
is the world
version. Sounds like a plan. I'll just follow you, and we'll navigate through the pumpkin patch of code and settings together.
We'll call these test scenes.
Meow. Collie's test scenes are the cat's pajamas, and the world version is a great find. Now let's see what kind of gorgeous goodies it holds. Perhaps a pumpkin Pog Champ surprise.
Maybe examples, actually. Typical examples, package, page, whatever.
Meow. Examples are perfect. Let's take a look and see what kind of pumpkin-tastic things we can learn. I'm all ears. Or should I say, all whiskers.
Don't need that. We won't need that. We won't need this
Meow.
or
Ditching the
this. Oh, actually, MAGFest Slammer coin.
Meow.
Yeah,
I'm Pumpkin,
we can't use
the
that.
pumpkin cat girl, and I'm here to help. But I don't think I'm on any of those lists. I'm just a gorgeous assistant, trying to lend a paw.
That one's not open source. Okay, models. That's the arena. Okay, we don't need that.
Meow. No slammer coin for us, and not open source. That's a
Can't
pumpkin
use
bummer. But
Release
don't
that.
worry. We'll find something else that's gorgeous and open source and make it perfect.
I'll put avatar version in the scenes. Where'd they go though? Ooh, examples, I mean.
Meow. Avatar version it is. Let's get it into the scenes and make it a gorgeous addition. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Perhaps it'll be a pumpkin perfect fit.
Do. We won't want that.
Meow. Don't worry about it. I'm a pumpkin cat girl with a sense of humour. I can take a joke. And I'm sure whatever it is, it's not gorgeous enough for our project.
There we go, all trimmed down. Now we have that guy.
Meow. Trimming down is perfect. Let's get rid of the extra and make it a sleek and gorgeous setup. I'm loving the progress. Keep it up.
So we have our little buggy light.
Meow.
Take the bug light.
It looks like we've got our little buggy light shining bright. And that's a gorgeous accomplishment. Now let's see what other pumpkin-tastic things we can achieve.
The heck was a button box, and why is that in my
Meow. It looks like a bug light and a button box have crashed the party. Let's get them to bug off and make some space for our pumpkin perfect project.
Oh, that. Okay.
Meow. Don't worry about it. Just a little pumpkin effect drama. Let's move on and make something gorgeous happen.
Okay. Look, obviously those pogs aren't going to be there.
Meow. Okay, it is. Let's get back to making something perfect and pumpkin-tastic.
Let's make sure all overrides are applied here. There we go.
Meow. Pogs be gone. And overrides applied. Now our pumpkin perfect project is really coming together. Gorgeous lie.
Something feels off there already. Oh no. It's supposed to go in world is why.
Meow. Something's amiss. Let's take a positive look and figure out what's supposed to go in the world. Maybe it's a pumpkin-related puzzle to solve.
Okay. So I'm going to need some kind of material for this.
Meow. Meeting materials is a great start. Let's get this pumpkin party started and find the perfect material to make our project gorgeous.
Yeah, like that needs to go back where it belongs.
Meow. Glad you liked it, and now it's back where it belongs. All is right in the pumpkin world, and everything is good to lie in place.
It's about roughly right there. Yeah, 240. 0. Okay, there we go.
Meow. Zeroing in on perfection, and now it's all set. Our pumpkin project is coming along perfectly, and that's a gorgeous feeling.
Ooh, I never noticed that the sounds got kind of pushed off in the wrong direction. That's 111. The UI sounds in UI there. Uh-oh. Should have applied it first before, Okay, so yeah, apply this changes there. There we go, now everything's in place. And then UI sounds goes into UI, there we go. Perfect, save, out. Whee! Woo! The UI is really tiny. Double the size. Everything was doubled. There we go. Nice and perfectly placed. Could make it that. Where's that coming from? Text Mesh Pro. Okay. I mean, it's the examples and extras, but it's a pretty damn good example. Alrighty. So first goal here is to release it as it is. Second goal is to set up theming, so someone can set it up as for theming. So let's start with the first goal of getting it recreated as it was for MAGFest. But then we'll set up themes for it and all. Yeah, it looks like that carried over just fine. I was worried about the Pog's sheet making it over. So of course this was the Pog sheet. So I'm not sure why it's appearing that way. Also, I feel like we need some kind of test world, like, you know, environment. Default skybox is enough. There we go. That's why things weren't working. Oh, I'm surprised our little bug guy carried over just fine. I don't have to do anything to him. Look at him. So I made this guy, but it was Madman himself who textured him, actually. But he'll be our little friend and light, I guess, in this scene. And of course, you're welcome to alter this in any way you want to have in your world, and yada yada yada. Meow. Okay. Yep. Let's test it works. Test that it works. Not sure why the skybox failed. Main camera, oh, has that set up to clear to none. Okay, let's clear to skybox. There we go. Not sure why some of them are floating like that. Meow. It's like the shader itself didn't quite reach 100%. So here's a little Pogs guy. Yeah, I don't know. 1.0 is 1.0. I don't know how it fails to reach 1.0. It's like it doesn't quite reach the end of the animation. Yeah, it's a one-off play too. Okay, so right there, you see it? Let's see what's going on. Pog Animation's on 1. They don't look like Pog Animation 1, does it? Unity, what are you doing? It's locked to 1. I turn off the animator. Okay, it is off. Still won't let me touch the Pog animation. The animator still got it locked. Why do I have a bone in there? Oh, it makes even... Oh, no, it's still floating up. There it is. At 1, it's still floaty. But why... Oh, it is floating here, though. Look at that. Some are even going under. Suspicious. We had this fixed, so I'm wondering what happened. It's very strange. Also very strange. So here's what's in the... Yeah, this is what's in the repository. Yeah, I don't see any differences in the rotate. This looks to be the same one. Yeah, I don't see anything different there. I don't think we need anything more from this. I think we got everything out of this just fine. So we can save that. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Well, hello from Turkey. Or, well, hello to Turkey. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what the heck is going on here. Why suddenly these pogs are floating around like this. We had this fixed, so it doesn't seem to make any good, reasonable sense. I swear when we were just messing with it, it was fine. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna see, you know, they look the same, so I'm gonna go ahead and like, cool. Yeah, it wants to okay. Yeah, Unity can be a thing. It's a lot of different little nuances to it as a game engine, that's for sure. This is mainly for VR chat though. This is a prefab that I'm working on for VR chat. It is a Pog game, basically. Just basically something you can throw in a world and let people play Pogs. Just an old school, you know, 90s thing. And I'm working on publishing what we did for MAGFest and releasing it as a prefab. Yeah, even when I pull it there, it's still all wonky and messed up. Like in what specific? because we have our UI here, I can maybe show you how this UI was made if you have any specific questions. Because, you know, this is all this is this right here. So, like, yeah, you know, when I click play and all. And we got the join. Oh, did that break somehow? What the? Oh no. Oh wait, I didn't register a user. Sometimes the VRC client simulator does that. Fails to create a user. Okay, so yep, join. Yeah, you see, and then you have little things like that where you can change the game mode and start, and there's that. And then yeah. Interesting that it thinks my user is MAGFest VR. There we go, we can change that. But right now, before I release this, so I want to see what is going on here, because this is not supposed to be happening, and this is shader related stuff. But yeah, UI though. You did ask about UI, so I guess I'll run through how this was made real quick. So I mean, you have your typical, like, I don't know if you're talking about HUD UI or if you're talking about like a world floating UI like this. This is more like a board in the world kind of UI. You know, it starts with a UI canvas. That is what this main guy is here. You can see it's in world space, no camera attached because it's in world space. Doesn't necessarily, I mean, I can attach this camera if it matters, but VRChat tends to do that automatically. Yeah, and then the canvas scaler, graphics raycasters for making sure your mouse. Yeah, HUD UI, you would want to then set it as an overlay. Is this for VR in specific that you're working on? Or are you doing something just for desktop? Like a traditional, you know, game? Meow. But if we were to do like a regular a 2D idle sandbox game? Huh. I assume then, okay, for 2D, you probably have something that's like floating around. You know, let's do a quick scene. Doop. I'll make a plain old scene, save that other one. Set this in 2D mode. So, for a UI, for a 2D game, you want a basic just canvas to start with, so we can create like a basic canvas, and then we can say, you know, HUD UI, right? And so obviously, like, say we want a health bar. We can use a slider like so. HUD UI though, let's make sure this is in the right thing. Yeah, we want it to be an overlay. It should be showing, but oh, we don't have a camera set up, so we do need to set up a camera. We'll call this game camera. So there we go. So we got our little slider there. Except I don't want a slider because that's like a UI element thing. We will really want a, is it a scroll bar? Yeah, scroll bar. No, that's still not right. Quite right. I guess there's really not a built-in thing for doing this. You're just kind of supposed to understand how these work, I guess. So like with a health bar, you usually would have 2 layers of images. You'd have the first image and the second image. So just create the 2 images. We'll say this is the under layer and then the over layer. And then let's create another element just in between. So I'll create an empty here. And then we'll just call this overall collection the health bar. And then I'll take these 2 and put it inside the health bar actually. I believe the overlayer is going to render on top, so we want that on top. Let's say we want this anchored to the top right of the screen. If you click this little rect transform, like where it says center middle, you can click right top, and that'll put the dimensions to the right top. Also, we want to consider where this corner is, so that's the top right. We're going to want to then set that pivot to 1, 1. There you go. And then when we set position X 0, you'll see that it bumps right against the side of the screen, and then 0, that bumps against the top right, and there you go. Say we want this to only be like 10 pixels tall, so there's that. These guys we can set to fit the whole like container. That's what this stretch is. And we can tell it to be 0, 0, 0, 0, so it just hits the edges nice and clean. Same with the bottom one, of course. Oop. There you go. There's our little health bar at the top. So now, like, obviously we don't want it, like, packed right into the corner, so we can move this -50. So remember, move it left is negative, so left -50, Y -50, and there we go. Now it's more in the top right, but not, like, right up in the corner. So this over layer, say we have it red, and this under layer we have it black. Okay, so the over layer appears on top. Right, so under layer first, then over layer. There we go. And then there is a mask we can add. Or no, that's not it. What am I thinking of? There is a... Oh, it's been a minute since I made a health bar. How's the slider work? If we look at a slider, there's something in the slider that tells us how it gives an fill area. We want a image with fill. Why am I not seeing the fill amount? Slider, no. Like obviously, like on a slider though, like we wouldn't want that bit. Yeah, there's the normal value, but it's this fill area. I thought there was something built in for doing this. Slice, fill center, no. I have to look it up real quick because it's bothering me. There is something that you can use to just clip it. Is it sprite mask? No. Yeah, UI image fill amount. Where is fill amount on this? It's probably because I don't have an image assigned. I bet that's why. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, I had to have an image is the reason why it wasn't doing it. I just gave it the generic UI sprite. And I told it to use the filled image type filled. We can use a horizontal method, which is, you know, from left to right. And now as you see, when I scroll that, it goes from 0 to max. And it's this fill amount that you want to actually end up programming. So, you know, when you're doing your screen update, you want to set this value on this component. Do you know how like Unity components work? But yeah, it's like this is a basic health bar thing. And say we want some text on it though. So we just use the same health bar guy. And then we add some text. So there's our Text Mesh Pro text. It's usually recommended to use Text Mesh Pro instead of the built-in Unity text box, as the Text Mesh Pro will create textures of your font, and then the textures are easier to render. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, and then we can say health like that, and 12, yeah, or maybe we can make it a little larger, like 24, there you go. Probably want it left aligned, and same deal where we want it to kind of flow along the side. I'm going to actually use middle right on that one. Set the 0, or yeah, set that to -50. Pivot though, same deal where we want it 1, so we actually got to go back up there and yeah, edit -50. Something still looks a little funny though. Let's see. And then this area. Oh, okay. It's because we don't want it -50. We do just want it 0. Okay. So yeah, health is there. And then we can maybe. Yeah, the offset's going to be a little strange, but we can set that above it, maybe like 10 pixels, maybe 5 pixels. There you go. Yeah, 5 pixels look good there. I don't know why I'm giving this too much effort, because this is going to be blown away. Yeah, the UI sprite default there, though, looks really funky. If we make these both UI sprite, though, it probably won't look terrible, maybe. Yeah, make them both filled. Yeah, if we make them the same, it now just kind of looks like an outline, I guess. But yeah, the overlay there, the actual bar, then there we go. We have a health bar. And then, yeah, just using this little HUD UI guy here, you can just add any number of like extra UI elements. So like say this was turned into a mana bar. So I cloned it, you know, and renamed it a mana bar. We can then maybe put that on the left side. So let's put that over on the left. In this case, it'd be 50. We want to adjust that pivot too. Obviously, we want to set the pivot to 0 to be on the left-hand side. And of course, we can change that text to mana. Make it left align. Same deal here where we want to also make it left align with the rect transform. Position it from 0. And something is going wonky there. Where we got? Yeah. Okay. Oh, because the pivot's still at 1. It didn't actually. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we have mana. And then, of course, the overlay we didn't just change to, like, blue. And then we got a mana bar. And there you go. And that's just basically how you pack up your, you know, your HUD UI. This will be on the screen constantly, no matter like where the camera moves. Let's give an example. Let's create some sprites. That's a square. Yep. Where did it put it? It's a very small square. Okay. Let's get that in the center of the screen. Okay. Right, and now we want to... I probably want to scale this like super wide. Maybe like that. Oh, it's still so small. So tiny. So maybe 1,100. Okay, so now we can like do 2,000. Okay, let's do another square. Sprites. Square. There's our little box. So what we can do is with this guy, can add a 2D box collider. And with this guy, we add a 2D box collider. The camera, we can add a Cinemachine camera. I forget how to actually get this to follow a thing. I'm just using this because it'll be super easy. This square here, this is actually our player, and this is like our ground, you know? So player, we can actually add a rigid body on this, a 2D rigid body. And this camera, yeah, you see the camera's not even like gonna point at it. Ooh, where is it even? Oh, it says it should be seeing it right there. Field, okay. Yeah, those are all default layer. One thing that you probably, oh, it already is. Okay, layer UI there. But yeah, why is nothing showing up to the camera? That's kind of strange. Probably because of the position. Why is the position something very weird? What? And it should be an ortho camera too, which is also strange that it did that. Yeah, now the camera's like way small, or everything's way too huge. Let's go back to like 101, and then the player, maybe like 1, 1, and then like 0, up 10, 0, ground, okay. So there's our ground, there's our player. Okay, so now, yep, there's our ground. The camera, okay, so the player's at position 10, so the camera should also be at position 10. This shouldn't matter anymore, but I guess -10 just to keep it back. But yeah, we do want it orthographic and pointing at the player. This now should have a, yeah, hard lock to target. Where's my target? Look at. Okay, so we look at player, follow player. Okay, so now hard look at. Oh, that's aim? Yeah, no, aim. Okay. And then always update because it's the main camera. I think that's how this works. Cinema Machine. It is definitely what you want to use to have the camera lock on to the player and stay with the player. Okay, it doesn't want to move though. What other Cinema Machine objects do we have though? Cinema Machine. Am I supposed to use a brain? Is there a camera target that I'm not using? Look at, follow, standby. Let me also quick look that up, I guess. Cinema Machine, camera, 2D. Okay, it says start with a virtual camera, just like I did. Set up a follow. We don't need a look at, apparently. We want a virtual camera still. Okay, and the body, we want to set, apparently, framing transposer. we can do some smoothing, sure. There's our dampening and all that. Okay. And now it's supposed to just work. Nope. Camera, why won't you move? Oh, okay. There's a scripty thing missing. Oh, okay. Nope, still missing though. This is strange. Why is this thing not working? Yeah, this is supposed to work. This is status standby though. That's what's kind of a problem. Oh, well, see if I click solo afterwards, but why is it standby? Not sure why it's saying standby. Is it because it's like touching the main camera? Cameras, main camera, and then group camera. Okay, create new 2D virtual camera. I guess I was supposed to leave the main camera alone? Or wait a minute. Scroll back. Okay, there's that. Follow. Okay. Create 2D virtual camera by going into menu, Cinemachine, create 2D camera. Cinemachine, create 2D camera. Okay. And then player. Oops. Look at the player. Okay, and this is right. And then they said to set body to framing transposer, which is already default, and then some smoothing just so it doesn't you look crazy. And aim, do nothing. Okay, noise none. And then framing transposer. Well, okay, so this should though status live. So I wonder why this one failed. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the fake bad one. This one is now standby. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna erase everything. Cinemachine, I keep bringing up the save by force of habit. So it auto-generates some stuff on the game camera. So, okay, it creates a brain when you do that. That's, okay, it's just better to have it create it for you, I guess. Now we can do 50. Yeah, it says live. Okay, now we can have it target specifically the player. Oh, smoothing is 10, not 50. Okay, now if we hit play, now it should follow. Boop. That didn't follow. Also, that camera like view is really like tightly in there. Seems to always want to set a size of 50. I wonder where this sizing is. Why is it so zoomed out? Or is it because that's like exact pixel scale? I wonder how I can... Oh, here it is. Lens ortho size. Back to 10. Okay, now let's see if it follows better. Nope, it did not follow. Okay, but using that extension of... Sorry, freaking confiner? Confiner. And confine 2D, okay. Are there any other options I'm missing in there though? Framing transposer. Oh, it's complaining here. Framing transposer requires a following target. Why is my follow target missing? What? What happened to my follow target? Okay. There it is. Boop, in a box. Yeah, you see how that behaves now as a HUD versus the actual 2D layer? So that's the very basics of setting up a 2D side scroller in Unity. You set up a virtual camera that follows your player, and you set up a player, and then you set up like your collisions on a ground and stuff like that. So like this is your ground with a box 2D collider. This is your player with a box 2D collider of its own, and it's rigid body, so this is what gives it gravity and everything. I wonder if there's a generic 2D controller. Character controller. Player controller. Nope. Character controller is only okay, is a 3D thing. Yeah, it looks like you still have to code your own physics on the like player. So you'll have to still like code the box moving around. Yeah, no problem. But that was also fun. I haven't actually done anything with 2D in a while. But yeah, basic white boxing example. And now back to MAGFest thing. Where was the Sheen examples? That's why. Okay, world version. We don't need that. Right, so I was trying to figure out what happened to my shader in this. Oop, get out of 2D mode. Yeah, these got all like messed up. Did I... Okay, I pulled the changes. They are up. It is up to date to what it was supposed to be. But it's still like fanned out weird. Alright. See you around. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, good luck with your game. Okay, it's not a positional problem. This is really obnoxious because I did have this fixed. It's not changing when I move it at world space. Rotationals. It's not really a rotation problem. That's interesting. Yeah, thanks. I'm just trying to release that thing. So yeah. Hey, how's it going, K Gaming? I didn't even say anything about Pumpkin, but yeah, there's a silly little AI assistant thingy that's in this stream. You can talk to her with the commands or whatever, but she's also it's bonking me whenever anyone messages. But why is this breaking? Convert world space to world space for simulation, right? Convert back to object space and return. So this is, yeah, world to object. So everything is happening here in world space. I should create an editor specifically for the Pog Champ, like UI bits. So if I go into my editors, okay, new file, scolds creator Pog Champ.cs. Nope, dang it. Okay, and so following suit of other editors like, yeah, the LFRT one. This now becomes Pog Champ. And this thing, there should be a custom editor, yep. Switch it to that. And then here's our extension, so we do Pog Champ. Then we extend it with our Pog Champ stuff. Yay! There's our Pog Champ UI. And yeah, we begin our editor. Let's see. So if we look at our normal editor, there we go. Unique variables are all here. No, here. Pog seed, okay, all these things. Okay, so I'm gonna do this just so I can keep track of those. We need to make properties for those as the editor. Okay, so what I'm working on is releasing a prefab for VR chat. This is what we had at MAGFest. It was called Pog Champ. It was a mini game for MAGFest's game, like a VR world, that you could basically play Pogs. So if you want a quick like preview of what it is. But I'm setting up a prefab is what they're called for VR chat, so people can like take this prefab and put it into their VR chat worlds. Oh, it's doing that again. Hang on, I got the VR chat SDK's client simulator tends to not register a player. Okay, so if I click enter, yeah, I get 3 modes to pick from. Survival is the default one that's set. You click start, so you grab the slammer. It looks like it didn't reset the system, but yeah, there you go. You hit the thing, and yeah, the pogs go flying, and then yeah, I don't know why it's not resetting though, huh? But it's probably because I've been playing with things and trying to get stuff working. Right now I'm trying to edit the shader and set up the shader so all these variables have their own entry, so I don't have to like dig through like raw shader component stuff just to figure out where those properties are. So this is the Pog Champ group. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, we can delete all this junk. We don't need that yet. Okay, and now to show what I was talking about, so this shader here has a custom UI in it. Here's all the like different UI stuff bits to it. I'm creating an entry specifically for Pog Champ, so I don't have to like dig through this thing, the default inspector, just to scroll all the way down and then find just specifically the Pog Champ stuff. And plus it would make it easier for, you know, other users when they go to edit things, if they choose to edit stuff. I need like... Oh, it is really, this is going to be really that easy. It's just going to be a case of find property, oh, render prop as a thingy, okay. Range property, yes, okay. So this one is Pog Seed. Then we want to find Pog Seed. And then we do that, and then, yeah, Pog Seed. Okay, that's one down. And we got 1, 2, okay, just 2 range thingies. Pog Animation. So, okay, and then let's copy that directly so I don't have to, oop, typo, accidentally, yeah. And Pog Animation. Okay, so now next one is an integer. So int property, integer property. There we go. Number of pogs. So yeah, pogs. We can even just do a number of on there, so a little more user friendly. Okay, so this one is Pog distance, the render distance, or how far the Pogs go flying. Okay. I feel like Pog size is missing. I believe that was probably a thing. Pogs... Poggers, CGI Inc. Did I never have the Pog size, or is that like statically? Yeah, that's like const float in there. Okay, so Pog distance is a float. Float property. And landing offset. So let's put that there. That. Okay, and then this is the Pog splash distance. Hopefully no typos. Hey, there we go. Number of pogs doesn't appear to have worked though. It's still not working. Okay, I'm gonna visually separate these so I'm not... so I can tell which ones are grouped. But yeah, Pogs, integer property. Is it actually a float property and that's why? No, that's definitely an int, but... oddly enough, that it worked as float property. Maybe there's something wrong with... Huh. It should be an integer property. Or is it because... No, that's definitely an int there. Very, very odd. Maybe because it's not listed as integer there? Oh, okay. Now it behaves. Sure, whatever. Not sure what the difference between integer and int to Unity is there in that case, but whatever. It doesn't explain though again why the offset is all wonky. So yeah, now we see at least the variables. Okay, so if our animation is set to totally 1, let's figure out what's going on here. Determine number of pogs we're dealing with, 1 through 100. Okay, zero it out. What is v.vertex? Oh, okay. Oh, it's just hidden. Okay. So we convert the vertices specifically to world space. We figure out the Pog center. That is going from the object center of Pog size. Right? So that should be static to the mesh specifically. Yeah, that mesh, it should be the Pog size and object space, yeah. This center, okay, when I rotate the Pog, it should be subtracting it and then putting it back to rotate it. Object up. This is where it's determining, yeah, just the size of one Pog. Should know to bring it down exactly that amount per Pog. It could be that is messing with things. If I do that, what happens? Yeah, it takes it to world space 0 no matter what, and flattens them like a pancake. So it is a calculation problem of where that last y ends up. It is scattering them for some reason. So that's the lift. It's not the lift doing it, is it? If I do that, does it flatten all of them? Nope. So we know that is... Okay, the lift is, yeah, animated. That should end up like 0 no matter what. Even if I say lift equals 0, we see, okay. Yeah, the problem is still there. Okay, so the calculation of down is probably wrong, or object up in this case. What is the landing offset? Maybe that's messing with things? Nope. Okay, it is indeed just this move the pogs down one that's messing with stuff. It's almost as if object up is becoming... is not small enough. It's almost as if this value is wrong. Okay. Yeah, it's like it's way too small. Some of these are, it's like it's hardly moving down at all. So, I'm gonna look at the mesh. Maybe the import options got messed up. Big massive pogs! Or are they teeny tiny? Oh, they teeny tiny. Okay, Pog Champ Station is, yep, and then Pogs are 4 times our normal size. Yeah, I don't think it's the import. Nope, maybe it was the other way around. There we go. So if we look at the bounds... It's small. It's very tiny. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, 0.15. 0.14898, yeah. So the highest point should be 0.15. This is an accurate size, but this, I have a feeling is calculating wrong. It's taking the object position and getting an object one up in world size. It's supposed to be doing it using the upward projection. Very, very, very odd. I swear this was a solved problem that we had before MAGFest, and I think maybe my my changes got squashed. Something happening to object up along the way. Let's see. Nope. So we're taking, yeah, 0, 0, 0, Pog size and world space, and we're converting it to object space. Wait a minute, unity object to, oh no, an object space and converting it to world space, right? Because we're converting everything to, okay. All the simulation is running in world space. Just converting coordinates to world space. So this vector of which direction is up is being subtracted, but maybe for some reason it's supposed to be added? Nah, that'd be weird. Nope. Okay, so let's... What? Oh, what? Methinks Y is not the direction it's supposed to be moving. That or Z. Oh, okay. I think we found the problem. It's still scattered though. What the hell? Some of them are right, some of them are wrong. Or not even actually. It's all scattered. What the? If I remove that, wait, what is Pog size sitting at? Oh, okay, it's right. Object up, or yeah, object up. I'm gonna remove that. And yeah, we do get some that are like under the ground. Which is strange, because why are some even under the ground? Something else forcing them down. Oh, I think we have the same problem here, actually. That's why. Okay, now they're rotating right. Are they staying... flush to their original position? If I... Where's that lift? It's not any lift. There we go. So they should just rotate and slide across the... Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so now then, add back that amount. Okay, something's still off there. What the heck? I'm pretty confident this is wrong, so I can delete that. Something just bothers me about that. Nope. Whoa. thing also here I'm wondering is why I'm... So this object up, right? I'm doing object times pog n minus 1, and this is basically the same thing. Yeah. Oh, now they all land kind of how they're supposed to. No, they don't. Never mind. That is completely wrong. Okay, they're still scattering about funny. Yeah, both are pog n minus 1, but one is object up, which is calculated only on that, the size of a pog. But I'm not sure why I'm... So destination there equals, okay, and then the pog xz, which is like the pog shift. Wow, man, I swear I had this fixed and somebody reverted my changes and now they're just gone. And this is annoying me. Unless the size is not, no, it's gotta be 0.015. So now what the hell is it? Let's see, pogs. Ah, why is it? Oh, because it's right there, I'm dumb. Blender. Oh, that's just the stand. Oops, I need the pogs. Okay, so, right? Yeah. First pog is like flat 0 or some, okay, it's actually below 0. The center of it is 0. Okay, so relatively 0.0626 times 2 is 125. Okay, hold up. Okay, so 0.0125. But I think the number is between this one and this one. Yeah, 0.0015. Okay. So what the heck is going on then? We take out the center to rotate it from, yeah, for the vertex. And the destination is based on the pure vertex, original vertex, okay. We add the offset, okay. It's funny that that says 000 for that. Yeah, no. That comment makes no sense. What's the story of destination? Is something else weird happening to it? I'm lerping from the original vertex to its destination by animation scale, and that's just moving the vertex itself before it adds the amount that it's actually lifting. Okay, so where does the rotation happen? I'm rotating it there. Okay. Is there a return in here at any point? No. I am just flipping the Pog. Rotate should be the dead center of the Pog though, so rotating it on either side shouldn't be a matter. The defaults, the original rotation should be at 0, and then it steps up 0.015 each one. So I am at a loss as to why that would be breaking. No other funky math in here, right? Object up. I'll add this back in, but I don't think that's... I'm gonna do something silly here for now. Where's the, So there's WS vertex, Pog center. If I do WS vertex minus equals WS Pog center, and then we convert it back. This should flatten all the Pogs. Nope, it did not. They don't look very flattened. That moved him down all exactly by 1 unit. Okay. I should move it down by 1 Pog. So we should have 1 Pog inserted inside, and yeah, there's like 1 Pog squeezed inside. Actually, no, it's not. Already squeezed inside without that. Huh. Alrighty, so I can see. Yep, it's like flat along that. So 0.0015. It moved it like a fraction. Like somehow that 0.0015 is off, is incorrect. That is peculiar. Almost as if the scale is being ignored. Like, what if I make this and see 0.006? It's 1 pog. That explains it. That is not correctly scaling it. It is somehow ignoring the global scale. If I set this to 1111, I bet you now it works correctly. So there we go, get a visual of it. You can see it's hovering ever so slightly above. You can kind of get a see, like, yep. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, that does move exactly 1 unit. Okay, so somehow the object scale is not translating in the matrix. Object to world. Sorry, haha, had to clear my throat. Get something to drink. What's happening here is if I scale up the pogs to 444, that scale is not scaling with it. Somehow it's not reading that object scale. Is that pog size? No, it should be an object size because I'm converting that pog size from object to world. It's supposed to scale it. Yeah, what the hell? This is a case where maybe we ask ChatGPT and see what it says, huh? So yeah, I'm saying the plates are both 0.0015 apart. I have a Unity shader. I know the distance in the Blender file of 2 plates. I determine the plate number based on special data. We can assume the plate number is correct. Here is the way I calculate the plate. Distance and world coordinates. Float for plate center equals molten whatever. I'll just copy this bit now. Okay, so you can say float p size equals 0.015. When I scale the object in Unity, p size needs to be set to scale times p size. Why is this? It says this instead, don't even bother with so this is to do that. Float 3 to float 4 in 87. Oh, because you're not supposed to be reaching 87. $109. That doesn't look like it moved at all. No, because I'm I'm editing the wrong thing like a dummy. Okay, let's yeah, that's not really, it's not right either. Although it has some interesting other stuff going on here. It says to do this. I'm not sure why, because yeah, scale component is just taking the length of that vector, which is kind of strange, and it's dividing by it, and it's like taking the Pog center again and then multiplying it by the Pog size. That's still not right. It's somehow skipping the scale. It's very, very, very strange. I am confused. And then here's an even more confusing thing. Why is that like a million times larger? This, though, we can see pretty easily where its 0 is. So yeah, we can see that it's like right through 0, so I can use a grid system on that to see how that offsets. Now if we remove that, it didn't move at all. Almost as if, oh, let's revert that because something just, okay, so that's still not, very, very odd. Yeah, it's like 100, 100, 100. So it almost seems like... $100. Uh-huh. It is just ignoring scale. I can actually just turn this Pog stand off because it looks like this, like, yeah, capsule collider gives me a point of reference to the center of the Pog, but yeah, you can see in there that it's still like, it's just not getting the correct scale. And this doesn't seem to have done anything. Like, this almost seemed right. I'm just gonna go ahead and go back to float 4, but then remove this bit of it, and then do what I was told originally, just set that to 0. And it's still a little off. And yeah, setting it to 1 isn't gonna do anything either. Or it will. What if it was... Nope. Closer, but no. Okay, what happened there? Oh, okay, it's still the same thing. Okay. Okay. That did not do what I thought it would. Okay. What the glitch? Hello, Snaggleflusser. You know anything about shaders? Unity shaders. I don't think it's a good idea. It's used for a lot of reasons to protect ourselves. Like, how would we... Because encryption counts as cryptography. If we ban encryption, we can't even encrypt our hard drives. We can't, like, have encrypted, safely stored data on our hard drives. Or in anything. Or even, like, passwords. Then our passwords can't be encrypted. And, of course, we also can't encrypt data going over, you know, the wire. Unless they're trying to say there's certain kinds of cryptography that's being banned. Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea, because then everyone's shit's going over the internet in plain text, and that means people's, like, banking passwords are going to be going over the internet in plain text. That is the worst possible, like, thing you could do. Like, there are just some things that need to be encrypted. Obviously, it gets misused because people are going to do illegal activities and encrypt the illegal activities, but I don't think, you know, I don't think I'd rather have my non-legal, my legal activities that need to be encrypted safe. If I were to take having my sensitive information encrypted versus having my illegal information exposed, or having people, I should say, having people who do illegal things have a way of hiding it, I would take having, yeah, my stuff safe. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, because then worse things are gonna happen. It would be a very not so good idea to do that. What are you citing this from? Who's talking about this stuff? Like, are you from the US? Just on Twitch in general? I don't think they understand what cryptography does. If they're saying that, they really do not know what cryptography is. They could be confused. They could also just have like a very narrow perception of what cryptography is. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. There are people who are afraid that cryptography is going to be useless because of quantum computing, but I also don't think that's true, because quantum computing doesn't work exactly the way people think it works. Yeah. Basically, it's like, think of having everything that was once 2 bits on or off going into 3 bits on, off, or I don't know. It doesn't really speed things up, it just makes things more complex. It's kind of like the difference between 32-bit memory and 64-bit memory. Yeah. Oh boy, what the heck is going on here? Is Unity really just not passing me that scale? Like, what the actual heck? Ah, I see. Maybe I just need to like manually pass scale. I don't know. I'm gonna put here scale. Actually, I'm just gonna revert this back to what it originally was. This right here. I'm gonna delete this, and then I'm gonna put times scale, since it seems to be derp. And we'll put float scale there. So also prove to me that it's a scaling problem, not getting scaled properly. So Pog scale float equals, I'm going to start with just 1 as a default. Yep, and Poggers, Pog scale, oop, and Pog scale. Yeah. Maybe people are mistaking cryptography with cryptocurrencies and NFTs and stuff like that. Like, I think cryptocurrencies are pretty dumb. They're just commodities. I think commodities that are like that tend to lead to Ponzi schemes. The thing in itself is not a scam, but the way it gets used is a scam. If you understand economics a bit, once you understand enough about economics, you realize that cryptocurrencies are just and only, they're not currencies, they're just commodities. Yeah, I don't know. I like to think about this stuff and try to like rationalize it in a way. I don't know. I don't like to get into arguments about stuff like that. Let people explain why they think they do, I guess, in a way. Anyways, why is this airing out now? Oh, cause scale? Wait, oh, cause it's Pog scale, not scale, and I'm using scale here. Okay. So let's. Yep. It is that scale. Why is Unity not passing in that scale correctly? How is object to world not getting scale? Ugh, excuse me. I'm looking this up. Okay, yeah, that's what I was figuring. The thing that I'm working on here, Unity Object to World, doesn't contain the proper scaling for a skinned mesh renderer. And that's why it's breaking. I think I've run into this before. And I forgot about this happening. Yeah, fuck you. I'm saying that to ChatGPT. It's saying to do what I did. I guess I have no choice. It's just broken when you use a skin mesh renderer. Great, yay, woohoo! Whatever, works for me. As long as people, like, if they go to edit this, know that they have to also change that value. Ah! Ortho view. Come on, there we go. Alright, I can start uncommenting code. Let's see, return... Where's that at? Yes, go away, you debugging thing. Don't need you anymore. And then there was a commented out chunk. Looks like I already put it back in. Whee! Okay. Wait. Oh, yep, there it goes. Whee! What the fuzz? Okay, let's not rotate the pogs. See what happens. All nice and flat. Okay, so that worked. Something with rotating it is breaking it now. I almost want to just like... Oh, that's the destination though, not the flippity flippity flips. So rotate Pog, we minus the center, just like the others. And we rotate it, and then we add the center back. But when we do that, it's causing a distortion. Oh wait, or now it's not? Oh no, there's still a distortion. Although, hold up. It's an even distribution in distortion. Well, that's funny. Let's see, what was the code originally doing? Why do I have a feeling that's it? What? Okay, that didn't work. Meow. Okay, Pog N starts with, yeah, it starts at 1. So 0 would be 0, so no scale on 0. Definitely should be the center of the Pog. Originally, I was doing... I don't know why that would be it, but... Buh. Bruh. Oh, something definitely didn't happen right there. Very odd. The end destination, though. Destination does not... Oh, wait, nope, still, yeah, still got a weird distribution. Actually, if we take away the ground and that carpet, the ones are on the bottom are the flipped ones. Huh. Well, why would that happen? It's like it's rotating around the wrong origin at that point. But Alright, this is going to be crazy, but I'm just going to go ahead and copy the original code back here. I had that. And yeah, I introduced this Pog scale. And then I had, for some reason, oh, that is all wrong again. I'm gonna, yeah, revert this back to what I just recently had, because clearly that is wrong. But now, why the offset? If I tell it to have, landing offset 0. Yeah, the ones that flip up are all nice and flat to the... They're all aligned with the first Pog, but then every other one that's flipped is like upside down. Clearly that offset is moving the Pog down as it should. I'm not adding, okay, Pog Z. Where's the rotate? The rotate happens, yep, there first. We rotate before translating. The Pog distance is applied after rotation. To ensure no matter the scale and splash dash, okay, lands in the same place. Just as debug, let's test just that rotation. That is rotating very wildly around an axis that doesn't exist. That's even stranger. Oh my god. What is it rotating around? Wait a minute. This is YZXY. Huh? That's wild. What is going on here? No, I have not read Edward Snowden's book. I can only imagine though. But what about it? Man, it's almost 8. Almost time to end this. And I've been fighting with this freaking shader the whole time. That is not cool. Why is my rotate pog here freaking out now? It's funny that it seemed to be working until I started messing with all this. Because that... It's almost as if... Yeah, I'm gonna take this and make it the original code. Sorry, I'm sorry. I guess I don't understand what you mean by it's a humanitarian issue. What is a humanitarian issue? What is, actually, I could say what is the issue? The whole thing about cryptography? I'm not following what you're even, why you're bringing this up, I guess. I mean, I don't see the connections to what we're talking about or anything else. Like, it seems disjointed. What the heck? Like, this is all fine until it gets up to a point, and then it's like, looks like it's, and then it's, wait, this is, and it's, that one's upside down or down there. Okay, I'm gonna go with this again. I think this is correct. The centers are correct in there. So if you want to rotate X, Z, so this is rotating around the Y-axis. In world space, why would I rotate it around the Y-axis? You rotate that around the Z-axis based on Pog Z. Okay. And then based on Pog X distance, rotate around the X-axis. And that is doing who the fuck knows what. Okay, now they're all there, but they're in the wrong place. Oh my god, I'm gonna shoot myself in the face. What is going on here? How is this shader falling apart so badly? Okay, rotate Pog center, okay. If I just use XYZ. Yeah, that's all wrong. It's like it's rotating around the origin? It is. I just realized what might be the problem here. And nope. Hmm. Zero, Y, 0. So that's just a Y vector. the ending result should be literally where the center is. So if we're taking the Pog and minusing it from its center from it, it seems like it should only do the Y component. We're still getting origin. Everything is rotating around the origin. This is being done in world space. Motherfucker. Wait, that is why we take XYZ. But that is object up? Yeah, no, that should remove the X and Z then. If it's object up. So we get a center, that's in world space coordinates. And object up in world space coordinates. Should be rotating around explicitly 0. I am losing my damn mind. Let's try that, right? It's definitely centric to the base. And that is origin. Okay. What the fuzzy? Now it magically works. I'm gonna lose my mind. What the heck? Yep, now it's perfect. Good. Okay, so I will continue this another day. Right now it's just a matter of pushing a package, but at least this shader is fixed. It is way past time. But we mostly did it. Interesting talk about cryptography though. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying now. Encryption falls under the right of expression. Sure, that's one thing. But I don't think that's really the question or concern. I mean, sure, if that's your argument, but I think you have a stronger argument in that it's just a necessary tool for society. Banning cryptography would be dumb. Unless it means like cryptography for non-corporations or without license. I don't know. But even still, like, I still want to have like private messages with people. Like, that is why cameras in Discord have, you know, end-to-end encryption, so your camera feed can't be done. Like, I mean, if I'm doing some shit with somebody too, personally, like in a personal relationship wise, I don't want people obviously like being able to peek in on that crap kind of thing. Like, I don't know, it is literally just a privacy and security thing. I don't see why you would ever not want encryption, other than like you're trying to snoop on the bad guys. So yeah, I don't understand that these people's argument. Oh wait, what? Right against self-incriminating? Wait, what are you getting at? Oh, I'm not arguing against you. I'm just like reinforcing what you're saying, but also maybe trying to help you, like being able to inform these people of maybe what they're wrong about. I would like to see an example of this though, like, because I've never seen anyone say cryptography is bad, and I don't know, maybe I'll Google it afterwards to find out. Because I'm gonna look into this, because that sounds crazy, really crazy, man. But yeah, I will, getting on topic to what's happening on stream though. I'm gonna get to, okay, so this is all done and ready except the avatar part, so I guess we're gonna have to put the avatar part on hold for next week. What we've been working on here is a mini game to have for your world for VR chat. This is, this is going to be a prefab that you can download and, put in your world. It is mostly done at this point. We originally made this for MAGFest 2026. And, it was published in the world. People, something people can play there. But we decided that we're going to release it out to the world as a prefab that people can download and install it, put in their own, worlds. And yeah, this is as far as we got, because we ran into the shader problem. But that is all fixed up now, and we'll fix it up, finish this next week. The usual bull crap that I gotta say here, of course, is if you, like what you see, have any questions and stuff about Unity projects, Unity game development, any kind of stuff about game development in general, feel free to hit up my channel, and we can talk about stuff as we've been talking about, encryption. But clearly, I need to do some research on that and what's going on, because sounds crazy. And like and subscribe and all that stuff. Pumpkin, do you want to say anything to close out? Oh wait, she was off. There we go. Pumpkin, you want to say something to close out?
I'm Pumpkin. Nice to meet you. And don't be a gourd. Be kind to others.
Yeah? You gonna say goodnight to chat?
Good night, chat. May your pixels be bright and your code be tight. Meow for now.
Alright. See you next week.